of heart that Jesus had. And love was the force that was pushing him. Love was the compelling thing, was the force that compelled him even to go and die on the cross. Because how can you be so selfless? You are tired, you are hungry, you've been ministering to people, and he did not have time to eat, he didn't have time to rest. And this is him. He came in a human form, so he had all the weaknesses that we have. He was hungry, he was tired, he was trying to escape, and after they eventually found him. And welcome to both scriptures. I will be reading from the book of Mark, verse 31 and 34. And the title of today's episode is Love is a Force. So verse 31 says, "And he said to them, Come aside by yourself to a deserted place and rest a while, for there were many coming and going, and they did not even have time to eat." That's verse 31. There were many people coming, going, trying to see Jesus. The crowd always followed him. Everybody wants to be healed. Everybody wants to be ministered to. So this is Jesus telling his disciples, let's go to a deserted place. Let us try to escape here. They were tired. They were very tired, and they were hungry. So they were going to hide somewhere and maybe eat. He now said that in 34, and Jesus, when he came out, saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion for them. This multitude, after he had escaped, they still traced him, they still found him. And when Jesus saw them, he was tired, he was worn out, he was hungry, but he saw them and he came out. He saw the multitude, and he was moved with compassion for them, because they were like sheep having no shepherd. He began to teach them many things. When I read this part of the Bible, it kind of touched me, the kind of heart that Jesus had. And love was the force that was pushing him. Love was the compelling thing, was the force that compelled him even to go and die on the cross. Because how can you be so selfless? You are tired, you are hungry, you've been ministering to people, and he did not have time to eat, he didn't have time to rest. And this is him. He came in a human form, so he had all the weaknesses that we have. He was hungry, he was tired, he was trying to escape, and after they eventually found him, and still, instead of him to say, "Oh, I'm closed for the day, I'm really tired, can you guys come back tomorrow because I need to rest," he was moved with compassion, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. Love was the driving force in the life of Jesus, and as believers, we know love is the greatest. We need to pray for the heart to love, because it is love that will push you to pray for your colleague that is perishing. It is love that will push you to pray for that sinner that you know, that sibling that is not living right, that parent. Let us not even talk about family, random people on the street, because Jesus did not even know these people. He didn't know them personally. He just saw them, and he was moved with compassion in his heart, and he just wanted to help them. If we get to that point where it's total strangers, their salvation, their life, their eternal destination matters to us, where we don't want them to rot in hell, when we get to that point, then we will not be coerced to pray. We will not be coerced to give to the kingdom. Nobody will be manipulating us or trying to preach to us. At this point, we should be preaching to others. We should be mature enough to be preaching. If we are going to be Christ-like, and which is the goal for every believer, then we should love total strangers, to the point where we pray for them and we don't even tell them. We intercede for them, intercede for their eternal security. Pray that this one will not go to hell, this one will not die in this sin, this person. Minister to them, intercede for them until they give their lives to Christ. If our goal is to be like Christ, then love should be our driving force. Love should be the thing that powers us. Love should be the reason why we walk uprightly. The love of God and the love for men. The love of God and the love for our fellow men. Because Jesus Christ died for these people, and these people will go to hell if we don't pray for them. Will go to hell if we don't minister to them, if we don't lead them to Christ, lead them to the light. So I just want us to meditate on it, reflect on it, and try to do the work of the Father, and at the same time pray for a heart like Jesus, that God should help us to love like him, because it's almost impossible. We get carried away in our selfishness, we get carried away with our needs. We don't completely care for total strangers, like, well, it's not my business, and we'll walk away. So we need to get to the point where we're woken up in the night, or we can't even sleep because there's a burden for a soul, for a life. We don't want him to perish. We don't want her to go to hell. We don't want that prostitute, that thief, to go to hell. Their lives matter. It matters to Jesus. It matters to God, and it should matter to us. I hope you were blessed. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you.